awakened to my family as serpentine bloodline. Upon reaching adulthood, we are granted a choice to choose our gender once more. In my last life to be with the man I loved, I chose to remain a woman. I became a devoted wife and mother. I helped him grow from a small business owner into one of the wealthiest men in the city. I raised our son and daughter and saw them into Ivy League schools. But on my 50th birthday, I ate a slice of cake my husband had baked for me with his own hands. And I began to spit out mouthfuls of black blood. My children stood by unwatched. They made no move to call for an ambulance. Just like, "Oh mom," my son said calmly. "Auntie Sylvia will take good care of us and dad." "Yeah," my daughter added, her voice flat. "Honestly, being your kid is a total embarrassment. Everything they had they owed to me. Yet they cast me into the abyss without a second thought." When I opened my eyes again, I was standing in the family sanctum. The clan elder held out the ceremonial parchment, the one that would seal my choice. "Alara," he said gently, "it's time to decide." I took the parchment from the elder's hands and stroke by stroke, wrote down my new name. When the final stroke was complete, the decision would be irreversible. The elder looked at me, his eyes wide with surprise. "Are you truly certain? You wish to live the rest of your life as a man? And what of your young man Joey? Can he accept you after the change?" As he spoke, Joey himself was standing just outside the sanctum's doors watching me with an eager, hopeful expression. As an outsider, he could neither enter nor hear our words. I reverently lit the parchment, letting the smoke carry my choice to our ancestors. I offered the elder a small smile. "Grandfather, my mind is made up. But until the transformation is complete, I ask that you keep this a secret from me." "As you wish. It is your life to command," he sighed. "The ritual will be complete in 1 week. Your new identification will be delivered then." 1 week. I mouthed the words. In 1 week, I would have a new life, a future so bright it felt like a dream. But first, I had to deal with Joey. As I stepped out of the sanctum, he rushed to my side, grabbing my hand. "Alara, I know what you've sacrificed for me. I swear, I will never let you regret it." He looked deep into my eyes. "Will you forge a pact with me?" I froze. He never mentioned a pact in our last life. Could he have been reborn too? I decided to test him. "A pact isn't like a marriage, Joey. Once it's forged, we can never be parted. Can you truly promise to love me for a lifetime and never fall for another?" Of course, he vowed, his gaze intense. But I could see it hiding behind the performance, the same cold, ruthless ambition I saw in his eyes as he watched me die. "Alara, the very thought of losing you is agony," he pleaded, his voice thick with emotion. "Please say you'll do it. Say yes." A phantom pain twisted in my gut, as if the poison from my last life was still coursing through me, tearing me apart from the inside. I suppressed the bitterness and smiled brightly at him. "All right, Joey, I accept. I don't want to be apart from you either. Let's forge the pact right now." I snipped a lock of his hair and bound it together with one of my own. We took it back to the elder, who burned the offering in his sanctum's sacred brazier. "I, Alara, and Joey, bind our hair and our hearts as one, our love true and eternal." The elder opened his mouth as if to protest, but "Alara, aren't you?" He caught himself, remembering my request. He gave us both a long, complicated look before letting out a heavy sigh. As I watched our hair turn to ash in the flames, a genuine smile finally touched my lips. That night, Joey sat down with my parents to discuss the wedding. The gentle, adoring man from the sanctum was gone. He sat at the head of the table and, without even looking up, addressed my mother. "So when are you transferring the deeds for the houses and cars to my name?" My mother's face darkened. "What did you just say?" "Let's be blunt," Joey said, finally meeting her gaze. "I don't have any money. You'll have to cover all the wedding expenses. Or we can skip the wedding, I don't really care. But once we're married, Alara is my wife. Her property will be my property. What's the difference if you transfer it now or later?" He casually placed a drumstick on my plate, a smug look on his face. "Isn't that right, Alara?" My parents turned to me, their expressions grim. They knew the final decision was mine. "You hear that, Alara?" my mother said, her voice tight. "You're not even married and he's already trying to seize our family's assets. What kind of life will you have with him? Even if you remain a woman, we can find you a good man. Just say the word and we'll throw him out this instant." My father silently picked up a heavy wooden cane.